IMAX, The Final Frontier. This will mark as the first non-midnight screening I review for my show, Midnight Movie Madness. My ongoing mission? To explore brand new films, to debate and discuss with special guests, to boldly go where no moviegoer has gone before.
Greetings moviegoers and welcome to another Midnight Movie Madness. And so far the summer movie season is kicking off beautifully with movies like Iron Man 3, The Great Gatsby, and finally Star Trek Into Darkness. But before we get into the new film, here's a brief summary of the entire franchise. In 1966, television screenwriter Gene Roddenberry created one of the most iconic and influential science fiction shows of all time, Star Trek. It introduced many audiences to characters like Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock, as well as their many fantastic voyages across the galaxy on their starship Enterprise. The show became a cult hit that spawned generations worth of fans, 4 spin-off shows, and 10 feature films. But once the 2002 release of Star Trek Nemesis came along, the novelty kinda wore off, even for most fans, leaving the entire franchise on hiatus for nearly a decade. Luckily, the studio execs at Paramount Pictures noticed the profitable and critical success of other series reboots for both the Batman and James Bond franchise. They decided to do the same for Star Trek. But how does one restart an extremely popular franchise for new age audiences without confusing moviegoers and pissing off the loyal fan base? By creating a time-traveling story that completely changes the course of history, discarding 50 years worth of canon, therefore allowing the writers to do whatever the hell they want with a newfound narrative. It was a huge gamble that ended up pulling off, as the new and improved Star Trek became one of the best reviewed and most profitable films of 2009. It not only made Star Trek cool again, but also made a lot of people realize it was cool to begin with, instantly making non-fans into fans. Of course, a sequel had to be made, and after 4 years of development, we finally have Star Trek Into Darkness, which reunites the cast and crew of the 2009 film, including Chris Pine as Captain Kirk, Zachary Quinto as Spock, Zoe Saldana as Uhura, Simon Pegg as Scotty, Carl Urban as Bones, Anton Yelchin as Chekhov, John Cho as Sulu, and J.J. Abrams as director. The story picks up 6 months after the last film, and a new threat is on the horizon, who goes by the name of John Harrison, played awesomely well by Sherlock's Benedict Cumberbatch. The crew of the Enterprise have been assigned to hunt down the evil terrorist, but as the film progresses, they get more than what they've bargained for, which could cost them their very lives. We also get some heated dilemmas like Kirk trying to maintain his status as captain, Spock and Uhura in a serious relationship, and Bones having trouble with triples. But the most important thing about this film that everyone's not going to shut up about is the performance by Benedict Cumberbatch, who I believe is a runner-up for having the coolest sounding voice ever.
Captain, you're gonna punch me again over and over till your arm weakens. Clearly you want to, so tell me, why did you allow me to live?
That's good villainy. The action sequences are phenomenal. You actually get a sense of awe whenever the ship is coming out into space and having these incredible battles. If you're gonna see this movie, you gotta see it in the IMAX format. If I had any complaints, it would probably be towards the third act, something happens. It's hard to describe what happens towards the end, but the actors in that scene pull it off so well that it got me choked up a little bit. But as soon as it's over, it's kind of ruined by this one line of dialogue that I don't think anybody wanted to hear in this movie. Other than that, this is a fantastic movie. I still prefer the 2009 film over this one any day, but as far as summer movies go, this is by far the best movie to come out, and it's one of the most fun movies you'll see all year. So with that said, I am going to give Star Trek Into Darkness a 9 out of 10. So that concludes our show. I'm the host, and I will see you next time on another Midnight Movie Madness. Live long and prosper.